18 BC 1073. In this video, we are going to perform an attack, and this is a custom vulnerability. I have found this myself. I do not know what exactly the name it is. I am giving it the name exposed file structure, and the tool which we are going to use is Burpsuite. The security goal which we are going to compromise is confidentiality. So steps. First thing we need to do is set up the proxy configuration for Burpsuite. In this, we'll basically go to the settings of the computer, not computer, sorry, browser. We'll go to network settings, and here we'll have option. We'll set it to manual proxy configuration, and we'll set the port to 8080 and localhost as the IP address. We are using the port 8080 because Burpsuite runs on the port 8080. Now we have successfully set up the proxy configuration for Burpsuite. The next step is to turn off the intercept. We'll go in Burpsuite, proxy, intercept. Intercept is already off. In case it is on, then you are supposed to turn it off. Next thing we are going to do is explore the page. And so we have picked the page that we are going to explore as the file inclusion page. And the interesting part about this is basically it is using the readme file. When we click here, it is giving the readme file from the internal structure. And so I was wondering if I'm able to see other files as well. So the standard files which are used in Hack the Box are /etc/shadow, and we are not able to see anything. Then I also tried /etc/password. /etc/password usually contains all the usernames, and as we can see, it is giving us some response here, and this is very similar to what you would see in a Linux based system. So we'll just see here for the demonstration part. Like for example, in my Linux system, I can go to password page, and it is very similar to this. And like, so we can assume that this is a Linux based system and that it is having a similar file structure. So what this gave me the idea of trying about other useful files which you can find from a terminal. So I explored the terminal a little, I explored this page a little, and the next thing which we are going to do is we are going to intercept the request. So that will turn on the intercept, and we are just going to click here, and it is going to send the request, and we have intercepted this request. Next thing is to set the request to intruder. Over here we are going to, after we send it to intruder, we'll set the position. For the position, we are going to change only the file part. So in positions, we'll remove everything, and file, over here we are going to add the position. So whatever payload we are going to enter only as the file name. So for example, /etc/passw would be a possible payload. We are going to set the attack type to sniper because it's only one payload which we are going to enter, so it's much faster that way. The next step is to set up the payload. So for payload, I had personally explored a little in the Linux file structure, and I was able to find some interesting things worth watching. So I have listed them down below. /etc/password, shadow, crypto, file systems, version signature, CPU info, protocols, cron tab, host deny. These are the things which I found interesting, which we are going to try and extract information about from the system. So for payload, we are going to basically set up these things. So /etc/password /etc/shadow /proc /crypto /proc /version /proc /version signature slash proc slash CPU info slash etc slash protocol slash etc slash cron tab slash etc slash hosts deny. So we have set up the payload over here right now, and the next thing which we are going to do is we are going to basically perform the attack, start attack. And the next thing, the final thing that we are going to do is we are going to view the output. So to view the output, just go to the into the page, select the request, and we'll go to the response tab, and we'll set it to renderer so it is much more easier for us to comprehend. And for the slash etc slash password, we are getting the same thing which we got before. It is giving us information like the possible users, root, admin, etc. The shadow it is not showing because you need sudo permissions for that, and apparently we do not have sudo permissions, so we got information regarding that as well. For crypto, it is giving us information regarding the keys, the key sizes, what modules we are using. This information can be further searched in search exploits and exploit databases for information. So it is giving us version, which version we are using, are there any vulnerabilities for that, if so we can exploit it. We are getting very detailed information about the version. Then again, in version signature it is just giving us the overview, nothing important over there. In CPU information, it is going to give us the CPU information. This again can be searched for exploits. It is giving us which underlying processors which we are using, Intel Core, the physical ID, etc. All of this information can be used to exploit the system. The protocols which it is following, IPv6, enabled, disabled, etc. Cron tab. This is one of the most useful information that we will get. It is telling us basically, are there any automated scripts? If so, if it is connected to some other server during a certain time, we can set up a DNS spoof and redirect it us to our tab. Or like if it is any other information, we can even set up social engineering attack using the information we get from users in the slash etc slash password page. For example, we know that there are some other users like manager, then we'll have information about the managers. This is going to give us information about, are there any users which are banned from the site, and if so we can find out the what they did and exploit those things as well. So in this vulnerability, we have successfully managed to find sensitive information regarding the system which can be used for further use. We weren't supposed to have access to root directory. We were only supposed to have access to the limited space, but we have managed to gain information from not our scope. Hence, we have successfully performed confidentiality attack on the confidentiality. Thank you.